Hello students, welcome to Communication Skills. The course code is 20EG01P. In unit number 4, Nonverbal Communication, session 3, we are going to learn on report writing. By attending this session, the students will be able to understand the meaning and types of a report. They understand the advantages of a report. They learn the appropriate and right layout of a report, and the students are able to develop a report systematically. My session is organized under 4 points. First one, meaning of a report. Second one, types of reports. Third one, advantages of a report. And the last one, layout of a report. Let us look at the meaning of a report. A report is a systematic and well organized presentation of facts and findings, usually as a basis for recommendations, written for a specific readership and probably intended to be kept as a record. So, a report gives an explanation of any circumstance, discusses a particular problem in detail. So, a good report is always fact finding and not fault finding. It should be prepared impartially. The writers of the report should be impartial in their outlook and approach. So let us look at the types. Reports. A report is broadly classified into two, oral and written. Oral is a piece of face-to-face communication about something seen or observed. It is ephemeral unless recorded. And written communication contains the data collected or the facts observed in written format. In written report, we have two types. One is formal, another one is informal. Informal report is usually in the form of person-to-person communication. It may range from a short, almost fragmentary statement of facts on a single page to a more developed presentation taking several pages. Let's come to the very important one, and on which we are depend upon learning more about, that is formal reports. So what is a formal report? A formal report is prepared in a prescribed form and is presented according to an established procedure to a prescribed authority. So this is a formal report. In formal report we have three types. One is informational report, second one interpretive report, and the third one is routine report. Informational report contains only the data collected or the facts observed in an organized form. It presents the situation as it is and not as it should be. It does not contain any conclusions or recommendations, and this type of report helps management to take decisions. Interpretive report, like informational report, contains facts but It also includes an evaluation and interpretation or analysis of data and the report's conclusion. And a routine report is prepared and presented at regular intervals. They may be submitted annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly, fortnightly, weekly, or even daily. The reports such as confidential reports on employees, progress reports of projects, inspection of equipments. So these are all the examples for routine reports. Now let us look at the advantages of a report. There are many advantages of reports. So I have listed some 5 important advantages of report. First one is a report gives an updated information. Yes, a report provides consolidated, factual and up-to-date information about a particular matter or subject. So information in the report is well organized and can be used for planning and decision making as well. So let us come to the second one. It discloses unknown information. So the very important advantage of a report is that it provides information which may not be known previously. The person who prepares a report collects data, draw conclusions and provide information which will be new to all concerned parties. Even new business opportunities are visible through unknown information available in the reports. The third advantage is decision making and planning. Yes, reports provide reliable data. This can be used in the planning and decision making process. It acts as a treasure house of reliable information for long-term planning and decision making. The fourth important advantage of a report is that it solves current problems. Reports are useful to managers while dealing with current problems faced by the company. They provide guidance while dealing with complicated problems. And the last one, important one, for analogy, it gives a reliable, permanent information. The information provided by a report is a permanent addition to the information available already to the office. For example, we have census reports which are prepared since last 100 years. They are even today are used for reference purpose. So these are all the advantages of a report. Let us look at the layout of a report. A very good report has 3 parts. One is front matter, main body, and the third one is back matter. Now let us see each one of them. First one, front matter. So the front matter, so all the three parts are important in a report. The front matter consists of certain elements. First one, a title. A title is very important one in a report, which acts as a topic line. The title of a report should be clear in its wording. It must say exactly what the report is about. Remember that a report is not a novel. It should also include a subtitle if necessary, making sure the font size of each subtitle is smaller than the title. In title, avoid abbreviations and Roman numerals. The second element is acknowledgement. Yes, it is that it is a chance to thank the individuals who made an essential contribution to the research lab, like technical assistance, financial support, or critique by professors, sponsors, or funding sources. So it is chance for all of us to thank them under this head. The next one, an important one, is an abstract. An abstract is a blurb of the entire report. It must include the purpose, the process, and a snippet of the resolution. By nature, an abstract is shorter than a summary. This enables the reader to gather important information quickly without having go through the whole report. An abstract should be self-sufficient and intelligible without reference to any part of the report. The next one, table of content. So under this head, we must list all the sections, subsection headings with appropriate and correct page numbers. So these are all the four elements and headings which are listed under front matter of a report. Let us look at the next part. The second part is main body. So under main body, we have to enter the important element, that is introduction. Introduction is to say what the report is about, what work has already been done on the subject, and what new grounds are covered in the present study. It consists of background of the study, provides a brief information about the problem statement. It gives information about project objectives, project scopes, and also project significance. The second element is investigation and outcome. As our report is based on facts and findings, so it is mandatory that we have to investigate and find out the truth. So it is done right in the beginning. Major sources of information such as files, personal observation, interviews, letters, questionnaires, library are all used to investigate the information and to get the outcome. The third element, research methodology. So research methodology, under this we have to show and focus on the methods or tools which are used to collect the data. So gathering information from various methods by identifying information sources such as a library, interviewing people, conducting experiments, discussion, personal observation, telephone interview, questionnaires. So by various methods we have to gather the information. So much more of gathering information is the information what is gathered that must be noted down in a or recorded in a proper and correct format, so has to be clear in our expressions in the main body. The next one is related to results and discussion. As we are reaching almost to the end in our report writing, here we have to and we need to explain to the reader what we have found out and present the results that fulfill the project objectives which we have mentioned in the introduction. And discussion means to interpret and examine and explain the results and answer the research question, justify your approach and critically evaluate your study. This is what is going to be done under result and discussion. After this we come to conclusion and then to recommendation. Under conclusion we have to set out what inferences we have drawn from the information, including any experimental results. It summarizes general findings. Conclusion indicates what one can deduce from these findings. So after conclusion we have to go for recommendation. Here we have to suggest how we think the situation could be improved, and recommendation that should be very specific and that should be very importantly achievable and also measurable as well. So these are all the instrumental elements that they must be incorporated in the main body of a report. Let's move to the third part of a report, that is back matter. In back matter, the first one is reference. So here it is not only customary but also essential to give credit to works which one has used or quoted in a report. This is done by citing such works in the text and listing them in alphabetical order at the end of a report. We refer so many books, so many journals, so many websites and so many other resources we use, and those have to be given reference at the end of the report. So that is under reference. And the last one is appendix. Appendices is the plural form of appendix. So this element or this section consists of materials which are needed to support the main body of the report, but it is too detailed or voluminous to be included in the text. This is why the reader, to find if he wishes to examine in detail the supporting or related evidence and documents, the reader can visit the appendices. So this is the role of appendix in a report. I have a sample appendices for you. Let us see. So here it is alphabetically given. If you want, you can give in numbers also. Appendix 1, appendix 2, 3, like that you can give the number. Let us quickly recapitulate. In this session, we have learned the meaning and types of a report, advantages of report writing, and then we have understood the very important segment, that is the content and organization of a report under the layout of a report. Now I am showing you the MCQs. In this session I have included some 8 MCQs for you. Read the questions and choose the correct answers. This can be done by pausing the video on each slide of the questions. Now I have provided the answers to the MCQs which are included. You can cross-check your answers with the answers provided by the teacher. I must acknowledge and express my sincere gratitude to Business Correspondence and Report Writing, a very useful book written by Archie Sharma and Krishna Mohan. This resource, a very productive resource, which has helped me a lot to make this session a very intelligible one. At the same time, I am very grateful to the Office of the Commissionerate for rendering me an opportunity to be a part of this LMS task. This is my team. I extend my sincere thanks to our team who have guided me throughout this endeavor. Thank you. And thank you, students.